the net and finally back out into the neutral zone. Puck just loose, and we're going to have an icing call. Or check that, making an offsides call. So 59 seconds into the game, we've already had three stoppages, and we'll see what happens with Colorado tonight now that they have, or this afternoon, now that they have a full night's rest. They kind of have a blueprint of what UNLV wants to do, and let's see what they're going to do to try to combat that. First of all, we see two forecheckers for Colorado, which was a little bit different to start the night last night. As UNLV goes into the Colorado zone, that's Eric Williams. Eric Williams, number 13. And of course, Cody Williams, number 9, which he's worn for a very long time. Shot in by Jablin. Jablin, Colorado's returning the highest scorer from last year's team. And as we mentioned last night, Colorado's lost 7 of their top 8 scorers, including their top goaltender from last year, Colin Champagne. It's Colorado up through the neutral zone and poke back in. Colorado regroups, pass up through the middle, trying to use their speed. UNLV does a good job of shutting off the line. Colorado wasn't unable to get into the UNLV end. Cross-ice pass there for the Rebels. The Rebels have some steam in and a save as the puck trickles back to the corner. Back to the point. Shot just wide. Both teams trying to feel each other out this afternoon as UNLV still has it. Koreversov looking for somebody in the low slot area. Puck is poked away and out of the zone. Here comes Colorado. Colorado just decides to dump it in. That's Mackey. Mackey just dumps it in. Geisbrecht goes out and plays it easily, just dumps it off. Daniels tried to find a cross-ice pass over to Fink, but he whiffed on the pass, so Fink was unable to get the pass, and he had some room in front of him. But UNLV still controls in the Colorado end. Puck bouncing around, and the Buffs now out of the zone, and neutrals out to the neutral zone rather. Koreversov dumps it in down deep. Rebels keep it in. Here's Koreversov. Puck down low. Nobody there for UNLV to try to punch it in on net. Puck staying to the perimeter on both sides. Both teams had one chance in down low. Not a high quality shot, but the puck did get in deep. But both teams doing a good job of keeping it to the perimeter. Puck out back to the half board. Colorado fighting to keep it. Punch it out of the zone. Can't. Here's a shot. And that goes just wide. Tice Teague with the opportunity. And we see a lot of new faces on the ice tonight. This afternoon as Toronto goes back to play the puck. Gets it off to Koreversov. Koreversov with a head of steam up through the left-hand side. Looking for a trailer. He's got sacks. Can't get it to him. And the puck trickles around the boards. Colorado dumps it back out to the neutral zone. Here's a loose puck. Going in, Ike Geisbrecht. There's a 2-on-1. Here's Casella, just wide. And Casella was coming in on the right-hand side and wasn't able to finish that. And Colorado had the best chance of either team today so far, a 2-on-1 in on Geisbrecht. Koreversov gets the puck, backhands it out of the zone. Colorado regains control. Now we got some up and down action. Not so many. And Geisbrecht gets in there and he freezes the puck. A bit pushing and shoving back in the net. Kalen for Colorado. And Bozasov. Check that, Jake Sachs. Jake seems to always be in those little pushy matches at the end of the play. And he always seems to just kind of walk away. But definitely has the gift to get under people's skin, which is something that you desperately need on every team. Kozubski will take the draw against Carter. Lehrman looking to get the feed, doesn't. Jablin just wide. Jablin picked it up in the right dot and shot it just wide of Geisbrecht as the puck goes back down into the Colorado end. Here's a steal. Colorado tries to poke it back out, up through the neutral zone. Does so. Here's Lehrman. Lehrman looking for a trailer. He's got one in front. Can't find him, and he was trying to get Javelin. Colorado kept it in the zone. Puck in front of Geisbrook, and he jumps on it. So 14:45 to go. First period, no score from City National. A little bit different than last night's game, where UNLV jumped on Colorado early 2-0. And this game so far resembles the second half of the first and second periods from last night, as Kozubski will take the draw. And Carter gets kicked out for Colorado. And it looks like Javelin will come in and take the face-off, and does. Javelin wins the puck back, but Colorado fails to keep control of it, but they do get it and dump it in back and back of Geisbrook. Or check that, Geisbrook. The backhander hits the post by Carter. Not a real strong shot. There's a shot from the point, doesn't get to Geisbrook. Here's Woodward fighting for the puck. Colorado had no problem applying some pressure tonight. Adams and Javelin going after Woodward, making UNLV beat him with a pass in a transition game. And now we got a whistle. We'll see what that is. And it's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's going to be a cross check. Let's see who it is. It was behind the play, so let's see exactly where it is and who did it. And going over to the monitor. Yeah, it's going to be on UNLV. So the cross check to Slit, and Colorado gets their first opportunity tonight. And I would say for the Buffs, it's very important to draw first blood. And head coach Eric Ballard, I'm sure, wouldn't disagree with that. Draw first blood. You put a lot of pressure on this UNLV team. There's Pateva. Pateva fighting for the puck with Perevasov. Perevasov gives a shove. Colorado still maintains control. Here's Pateva. Pateva looking for somebody back at the point. Finally gets it over to Adams. Back to Pateva. Pateva looking for a trailer. Gets it back to Adams. Being harassed by Tristan Mayer. Shot in on Geisbrook. There's another cross-ice pass. Can't find it. It's Mark. Colorado still controls inside the zone. There's a wrister. Geisbrook makes another save. Hits his helmet. And they're going to blow the whistle so Geisbrook can get his helmet back on straight. Anytime it hits the helmet, they're going to blow the whistle. So good pressure there by Colorado. 1:27 left in the power play. 13:37 to go first period. And no score from City National. This faceoff will be taken by Jared Turcotte. Turcotte, one of the new faces for the Rebels this season. Mitchell gets thrown out of the face-off circle for Colorado. One thing last night, UNLV not as successful as they probably wanted to be in the face-off dot. They lost a lot of face-offs in their offensive or defensive zone, and they lose this one as the puck goes back to the point. Adams was free, declined to give it to Adams. Now the puck is loose in front. There's Gregory going after it. Gregory just out of the reach, back up to the left point. Shot in on Geisbrook, and it goes over the netting. 1:10 left in the power play, 13:21 to go first period. Shots on goal in favor of Colorado, 4-3. And we talked last night about the lack of power play time for UNLV, and I assume that also means a lack of penalty kill time. So we'll see how that affects the Rebels tonight. Taking a face-off is Turcotte. The Buffs win another offensive zone face-off here. Deflection does not get to Geisbrook. And Sachs wraps it down the other end. Harassed a little bit by the Rebels. Sachs giving some token pressure. Here's some steam up to the left-hand side. There's Javelin. Javelin cross-ice pass to Kalen. Kalen in front, tried to get it down low and unable to do so as the Rebels were able to clear. Now with a head of steam back the other way, the save. And UNLV almost had a short-handed goal with 30 seconds left in the power play and 12:38 to go in the period. Colorado up through the neutral zone. And the wrists are just wide of Geisbrook by Carter. Boy, I sure do like it when the names are on the back. There's Kalen. Kalen loses the puck. Tremendous effort there by Kozubski. And Kozubski forces Kalen to lose the puck, and everybody has to come back out of the zone, but quickly back in. Here's a shot in, a save by Geisbrook. And the power play has been killed off by the Rebels. So quality chances for Colorado, but nothing behind Geisbrook yet. 12:05 to go, first period. And face-off down in the Rebel end. Paxton Malone will take the face-off for UNLV. Takes the face-off against Cato. Puck down low into the corner. And finally one there by the Rebels. Fink tried to get a stick in. Finally does. Going back the other way is Malone. Malone has a head of steam for a second and realized there wasn't a lane, so he gave it off to Eric Williams, and the puck bounces off his stick as the puck is still loose through the neutral zone, and chased there by Asaf. Asaf gets there first. Good hustle by Asaf and Cole Mackey. Puck still bouncing around the middle center ice. Here's in on Payne, and Payne makes a save, then gives up a rebound. And you could say that was that first quality, real good quality chance for UNLV. As the puck goes back down in their end, Asaf gets the return pass from Williams, Eric Williams, and a shot in on Payne, and he makes a save. So a goaltender change for Colorado today. Jake Cirillo did not get the start. Grant Payne, big kid, 6'4" from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And he's a junior, gets the start today for Colorado. I'm sure that both of these teams, and it's obvious early on in this game that both teams are trying to test their depth and see exactly what they have for the rest of the season. We'll go over both of these teams' upcoming schedule. And for UNLV and Colorado, it's the same gauntlet of teams as the Rebels keep it in. Here's a wrister just wide of Perevasov, and the puck is out of play. So we'll go to the schedule real quick. Upcoming games for Colorado. They will play the 27th and 29th against Minot State. Now, Minot State is ranked number 2 in the country, so Colorado will have played the 12th ranked team and the 2nd ranked team headed into next week. We'll see what the rankings are when they come back out. UNLV controls back in their end. Unable to get the puck in on Payne is Perevasov as he handled the puck, but couldn't find a teammate in front. Now the puck dribbles outside the offensive zone, but kept right back in by Brask. And Brask gets it in deep, and UNLV makes a change. Colorado trying to make them pay for the change. Good job defensively, not allowing Colorado into the offensive zone. There's Perevasov. Perevasov just gets it and gets it out. And we have a whistle. And that's going to be offsides. So 10:04 to go, about halfway through the first period. No score between UNLV and CU. Apparently the puck went out of play. Merritt takes a face-off for UNLV, loses the face-off. Here's a shot in on Geisbrook. Good opportunity there by Patea, as Colorado still has it in the offensive zone. Now the physicality starting to pick up. Here's the Rebels. Head of steam is Turcotte. Turcotte, cross-ice pass. Here's a shot and a save by Payne. Almost a 3-on-1 developing there, but it was slowly developing, so UNLV didn't get a quality shot. Here's Pateva. Pateva just dumps it in low, and then goes to roam around in the high slot area, anticipating a pass. Didn't get one, but still does get the puck as he turns right around and goes back into the offensive zone. Shot just wide of Geisbrook, and Colorado continues to keep it in. And apparently that did come out, so faceoff will be outside the zone. With 9:18 to go, first period, City National Arena, another packed house. And this city, no doubt, loves its hockey, loves its Rebel hockey. as Kozubski will take the draw for UNLV. Kozubski's going to be thrown out of the face-off dot, so Woodward's going to come in to take the draw. Woodward loses the draw, but Williams picks it up. Eric Williams picks it up for UNLV. And back into the Rebel end as Asaf chases the big hit there on Sachs, but UNLV still controls up through the middle is Woodward. Woodward backhands it and back of Payne. As CU trying to make a play, and then a loose puck, and a puck goes in on Payne. Payne had to be alert, and UNLV had a golden opportunity there, but back here's Lehrman. Lehrman looking for a trailer, gives it off at 3-on-1, and a save by Geisberg. A beautiful tic-tac-toe pass by the Buffs, and Colorado still has it in the offensive zone. Another save by Geisberg. And Colorado is putting some pressure on a beautiful 3-on-1 backhanded pass, and Geisberg had to be on his toes for that one. And Colorado definitely has had more opportunities in this game early on than they did yesterday, and it looks like the game that we remember from last year, just a hard-fought game by two teams that are very good. Big hit at center ice as the puck goes back down. Here's Pereversov. Pereversov is harassed by Mackey. UNLV still controls back to Pereversov. Pereversov, they're just going back and forth, trying to get the puck out of the zone. Malone tried to go over and help, and then loses the puck, and then finally UNLV controls with some space. Here's Fink, and Fink just goes back to regroup. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty on Colorado as Geisberg comes out. Should be another one there, but no call. Perhaps there will be, and we'll see. Look like a slash. Sachs back the other way. There's a shot in on Payne as UNLV has the extra attacker in there. It's going to be a delay penalty on CU as they finally touch up. And Colorado commits their first penalty, so UNLV will try to draw first blood on the power play. We'll see exactly who it was. I don't know, in my opinion, there should have been two penalties on that. Should be either a hooking or slashing at the end. But my gut is telling me they're only going to call one, and that's exactly what they're putting up on the board right now. So Kyle Cato goes in the box for 2 minutes. Get the official call on that. Face-off down in the Colorado end, won by the Rebels. Eric Williams wins it. Here's a wrister. Goes just wide of Payne. Back behind Geisberg. There's Williams. Williams gives it up. Kozubski chases it. Wrapped around the boards, back out to the point, back out again. 1:30 to go in the power play, no score. 6:44 to go from City National Arena as UNLV goes back to regroup. Eric Williams gets it up to his winger. Just out of the reach of Cody Williams. And back to regroup once again is Turcotte. We talked last week about UNLV not having a lot of practice time on the power play, and just trying to get some transition right now is proven to be difficult as Eric Williams goes back to get the puck for the Rebels. 1 minute to go in the power play, and they still have yet to get past center ice. Fink carries it up into the Colorado end. The puck goes back out to the point. There's Asaf. Asaf does a nice job to keep it back in. Just rolls it in front of Payne. Nobody there from UNLV to pick the puck up. And we have a whistle. So 36 seconds left in the power play. 5:52 to go in the first period. No score from City National Arena. Face-off will be down in the CUN. And we mentioned Colorado will play Minot State next week, the second-ranked team in the country. UNLV will see Minot later. And UNLV will play Arizona State next week on Friday and Saturday as UNLV wins the draw. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Cross-ice pass to Marshall. A lot of names we did not call last night, and both teams trying to feel out their depth and see exactly what they have. Trying to get line combinations for the remainder of the year as the puck trickles down to Geisbrook. 10 seconds to go in the power play. UNLV might have one chance left. Here comes Asaf. Asaf was harassed somewhat by David Mitchell. And back to the point. Here's Asaf. Asaf gets it on his stick and then quickly dumps it back into the corner. Colorado killed off the power play and killed it off quite easily with 5 minutes to go in the first period. Just over 5 minutes. 5 in the second as the puck goes over Payne's shoulder. Still in play. Kept in nicely. Here's Sachs. Sachs stick handling. Then loses the stick. Puck still down low. Payne tries to dive on it. Can't find it. Puck still loose. Now it's in front. And a Rebel was almost there. I think it was Sachs in front of Payne and almost poked it home. A backhand transition. Here comes CU and Carter. Carter trying to find a teammate. Can't do so, but it's kept in nicely. And the puck just almost came in wide of Geisbrook. And now the puck is out of play. So 4:27 to go. And so that's one thing when you're trying to bring your defenseman into the offensive zone and you don't find success, they better have that sixth sense about when to get back. Eric Williams takes the draw against Carter. Carter wins it and actually wins it back to himself as he's battling Colby Daniels for the puck. Daniels finally wins that battle. And then Carter giving some token pressure. Colorado is not giving UNLV time to set up. They are going to try to do to UNLV what UNLV did to them last night and make them beat them in all three zones. And so far today, it's been a complete stalemate between the two teams as Kozubski gets in and just dumps it into the CU end. Eric Williams comes back out for the Rebels as CU controls deep into their zone. Cross-ice pass, and UNLV has no problem applying pressure of their own. 3:39 to go, first period. There's a hit from behind, and UNLV is going to go on the power play as soon as they touch up. Barbin's going to go off. I don't know if they're going to call boarding or cross-check, but pretty much could take your pick on that one. So UNLV will have their second power play opportunity with 3:32 to go. And although the score at this point is tied at 0, it's a big power play because just momentum and just being able to say, okay, you know, we got a lead for. If UNLV gets on the board, you got a lead. I mean, it's a complete momentum change rather than going into the locker room 0-0. Barbin gets 2 minutes for cross-checking, so UNLV on the power play, keeps it into the zone nicely. Back into the corner, out to the point. Is Woodward at the point, just dumps it into the corner. 1:30 to go in a power play. The puck is loose in front. Here comes CU. 1-on-3 and just decides to dump it back in as Geisbrook goes back. And we got a whistle on back of the play. So now we'll see exactly what this is. Let's see if they put any time up on the board. We see the penalty box opening, and sure enough, UNLV is going to get called for a penalty. There's Woodward. So Woodward's going to even things up, and we're going to skate 4-on-4 for another 1:24. Then Colorado's going to go on a 36-second power play as of right now with 2:57 to go in the first period. So from a mental standpoint, okay, it looks like we're going to have matching. I'll save my psychological message for a second. We're going to have matching penalties. And one's going to be to Woodward, and the other penalty is going to be to Matt Adams. No, not the first baseman. Well, now they took it off the board. Okay, so let's just count. Okay, so now they take both penalties off the board. And now UNLV is going to be back on the power play. So I only go by the scoreboard. But we did see the penalty box open. So what they have up on the board right now is the only penalty up on the board is Barvin's penalty, which was the original, and the other two that they put up. Now they're making an announcement, so we'll see. Okay, so they're just matching penalties at this point, and so there's 59 seconds left in a UNLV power play. Penalties did open, but the doors did open. Here comes the Rebels. A backhander, or at least an attempt at the backhander, failed as CU comes up through the zone. Here's Javelin. Javelin with his head up, and we're going to get a slashing call on UNLV. Javelin smartly goes back out of his zone, allows Payne to get off the ice as Colorado gets another attacker on the ice. So will be two-man advantage for Colorado. Or check that. A 4-on-4 for Colorado. Great pass up to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for a trailer. Can't find one. Nobody can control it in front of Geisbrook, and finally UNLV touches up. So we got a slashing call, and you can hear that all the way out here. So that was an easy call. And it looks like Chase Toronto's going to go off for that one, or at least. Yeah, check that, Victor Brask. Actually, check that, Turcotte's going off. They've been talking to Toronto for a second. So 2-minute penalty there. So Colorado in 20 seconds will have a minute 40 power play and a face-off in the UNLV end. One there by the Rebels, taken by Asaf. Asaf wraps it around the Pereversov. The CU keeps it in, shot just wide of Geisbrook. Sachs chasing it. Now Sachs using his speed, trying to get it out of the zone. Good job by Sachs. Good hustle to maintain his composure and use his speed to get the puck out. Asaf goes back to kill off some time. UNLV controlling as Colorado now goes on their power play for a minute and a half. A minute and a half left of the period as well. So this power play will kill off the rest of the period. And CU will have a very short power play, barring no further penalties, headed into the second period. Both teams are just in both teams are playing hard. I don't know how used to afternoon games UNLV is. Shot in on Payne. And UNLV applies some pressure off the faceoff, gets 2 quick shots in on Payne, and he makes easy save. Shots on goal in favor of UNLV, 11-7. But of the 11, if we're talking about quality chances, I would say probably Colorado has the upper hand by at least a shot. I think that 3-on-1 down in front of Geisbrook probably gave them the lead on that. And offsides for Colorado. So a minute 9 to go in the power play, a minute 2 to go in the period. No score. City National Arena. Game 2 between the UNLV Skating Rebels and Colorado Buffs. A game that's pretty important to Colorado, even though they're still trying to figure out exactly what they have. The 8th ranked team in the country certainly doesn't want to drop 2 games on the road to the 12th ranked team in the country. CU gets the puck back, 1 minute to go. Here's Javelin. Javelin trying to stick handle, does a great job, gets it back out to the point. There's Kalen. And now poked back out by Kazupski. Kazupski wanted to let Kalen know he was there, gave him a little 2-handed shove. As Colorado comes back the other way, 35 seconds to go, first period. There's a 3-on-2 developing, but couldn't get the puck back inside the middle. But Colorado still controls. Over to Javelin. Javelin's got a shot inside. Kinsella was there. First time we mentioned Kinsella, Javelin tried to pick the left corner just a little bit high. I think it touched Geisbrook's glove. 9 seconds to go in the period. Carter trying to occupy the middle. He definitely has position in the middle. 2 seconds to go, 1 second to go, back to the point, and that's going to be the end of the first period. So an entertaining first period for sure. And both teams trying to find their legs a little bit. And you got to give Colorado credit because Colorado came out with a game plan and they executed their game plan to perfection. And really have limited the opportunities for the Rebels, and what opportunities that the Rebels did have, it's certainly been from the perimeter. Not much inside. And from a Colorado standpoint, the opportunities that they've had in front of Geisberg have been minimal as well. There was 2 noticeable opportunities for the Buffs to take the lead, but Geisberg has been phenomenal, made all 8 saves so far, and equally as phenomenal has been Grant Payne, who's made 11 saves for Colorado. So for sure, an entertaining 40 minutes left in this one from City National Arena on Dana Lane. We'll be back with the second period right after this. back to the second period from City National Arena between UNLV and Colorado on Dana Lane. Settle in for the second 20 minutes. First 20 minutes was a bit of a feeling out process, even though UNLV had 11 shots on goal. The amount of shots on goal that were high quality shots probably were less than 5 at least. We'll go with that. Probably closer to 3. But that's pretty much the same for both teams as UNLV controls now down into my end so I can see him. Tristan Mayer tries to make a move inside. Gets the puck stripped as Colorado goes back the other way. There's Cato. Cato just dumps it into the corner and out of play. So incidentally, UNLV started off on the PK to start the second period. They've killed that penalty off, so both teams are now at full strength as Kozubski will take the face-off against Mitchell. Kozubski wins the face-off and shoots it in down low and back of Payne. UNLV still in control, backhander in front, nobody there. Cody Williams, good idea, but nobody there for UNLV as Colorado goes back and whistled for offsides. It's about 52 seconds gone, second period. It'll be interesting to see who draws first blood because both of these goaltenders look pretty sharp today as the faceoff is taken outside of the zone. Kozubski will take that draw. He'll lose it. Kinsella dumps it back in. We talked about Joe Kinsella a lot last night and have not mentioned his name very much today. Not nearly as active, and I'm not sure he had the ice time. Here's a backhander just off the post. In front, loose puck. Here's a soft. He scores! Boz has soft picked up the loose puck. And he put it between the pads of Grant Payne. It gives UNLV a 1-0 lead with 18:48 to go in the first period. Well, there was a shot off the outside of the post, which was harmless enough. But then the puck got kicked out into the low slot area, and Asaf very alertly came in and buried it home to give UNLV a 1-0 lead. That's Asaf's first goal of the season. And I know the Asaf family is very happy about that. As Colorado wins the draw. Cody Williams gets the assist on that. And UNLV takes a 1-0 lead. Let's see if that infuses some energy into this Rebel offense. Here's a cross-ice pass. Good idea. Couldn't find Eric Williams. Eric Williams was all alone on the left-hand side. And if the puck found his stick, he would have had a reasonable shot at making this 2-0. So UNLV already coming out with a jump in their step in the second period. A little bit more than they did in the first. Crashing the net a little bit more. Malone will take the face-off. Hansen gets kicked out. Puck still trying to find a stick. Getting moved along. UNLV still keeps it in. Good job there by Malone. Malone tries to backhand it back into the Colorado end. Successful doing so, but puck is finally cleared. 18:03 to go, second period. As we have a whistle. Shots on goal in favor of UNLV, 12-8, as they draw first blood here in the second period at City National Arena. Well, you certainly know it's still summer in Las Vegas when you have people in the stands still wearing shorts, still easily hitting the 90-degree plus mark in September. We call that fall as the puck wraps round in back of Geisbert. Geisbert looking for his second win in as many days. Back to the point. Here's a wrister that does not get to Geisbert. Wrister by 44, who is not on my roster. So I apologize to the families, but he does have a name on the back. So as soon as he turns around, we'll know who that is. Here's a loose puck in front, gathered in by Lawson. Lawson tries to make a move. Can't get the puck off the stick, and there's a shot just wide. As Lawson got the puck back, turned around and unleashed a laser beam towards Payne, who wasn't asked to make the save, but a good opportunity there for the Rebels, and the puck is still loose. Here's a quick stick, again by Lawson. Lawson's had a great shift. He's had 3 quality opportunities, 2 of which have got to the net. UNLV goes back to regroup. Perevasov now has the puck. Good puck movement. Here's Brass. Brass fighting in the corner, trying to use his body to shield himself from the puck. Shot just wide. And UNLV getting a bunch of pucks to the net now. As a puck in front. Here's a shot just wide again, and a pad save. As Sachs jumped on the loose puck. I think the intensity level will increase as the puck gets wrapped around, and it's going to find its way out of the zone. 16:20 to go, second period, 1-0 UNLV. There's a one-on-one opportunity by Turcotte. Turcotte does get a good shot off, but in the middle of the gut of Payne, and Payne makes a easy save as he gobbles it in and doesn't allow a rebound, and we got a whistle. Face off just to the right of Payne. Face off been taken by Mayer. Mayer's taken a lot of face-offs. And now Mayer will be asked to leave, as Buffalo's also asked to leave. So been doing that quite a bit tonight. Colorado has been cheating. I mean, that's a fact. Has been cheating on the face-off circle as Tristan Mayer wins the draw. Or wins it back to, draws one back to Mayer. UNLV, here's Lawson. Lawson with a head of steam. Check that, Turcotte. Battle along the boards, and Colorado finally wrestles the puck away. Colorado trying to clear the zone. Good job there by Asaf, wrister in. And a save by Payne. That's the second time tonight that Asaf, even aside from his goal to give UNLV the lead, Asaf's done a great job of maintaining the blue line and making sure that the puck stays in that zone. It's been very effective on the right side of the blue line. Face-off taken by Kazupski. Kazupski does win the draw back to Asaf. Asaf tried to dump it in. Chased there by Williams, Cody Williams. And the puck is finally brought back out of the zone by the Buffs. Buffs with a head of steam, trying to get a quality opportunity. Here's Patelva. Patelva loses it. Now back the other way. Here's Cody Williams. Back and forth. Back to Cody, and he scores! Cody Williams, a give and go. Cody Williams gets the return pass to give UNLV a second goal today. And there will certainly be 2 assists on this, but a give and go in front, a 2-on-1, and a beautiful, beautiful passing between Cody Williams and, we'll get the second assist on that. I'm not going to guess on that because we were shielded on that a little bit, but Cody was clearly wide open on the doorstep if he got the return pass, and we'll get the assist on that now. Cody Williams. Yeah, Bryce Woodward, okay. See, like last year, I would just blurt out the names. Now I'm going to make sure I see what I see. Yeah. So Cody Williams gets the goal, and Woodward gets the assist. A beautiful back and forth between Williams and Woodward. And UNLV has opened up a 2-goal lead, and we'll see how Colorado responds. But defensively in the first period, they were right on it, limiting the UNLV opportunities. UNLV's speed was neutralized, at least for 20 minutes. And now here in the second period, UNLV's speed has taken over. Right place at the right time, getting to good spots on the ice. Here's a wrister that doesn't find its way to Geisberg. Geisberg goes down just in case. Still a battle in the high slot area. Chased there by Fink, and finally UNLV wins it Out to center ice. Back on over to the left-hand side. There's Marshall. Marshall dumps it in down low. Fought there in the corner. Fink gets dumped. Puck comes out in front. And Payne jumps on it just in case there was a rebel there. Well, I know if I was in the locker room between periods and I had to give a speech, the speech would include, get more pucks to the net. We're trying to be too cute. We're trying to make the extra pass. Every time that we get an opportunity, get a puck in on a goaltender that does not have a lot of experience in his career at CU, even though he's a junior, because Champagne got the majority of starts last year. And then, of course, the backup Cerullo had 13 starts last year as well in the 13 games. Here's a wrister wide, and the puck finds its way back out of the zone. Chased there by Perevasov. Perevasov goes back to get it, dumps it off to Daniels. Puck shoots. Toronto tried to make a move to the middle. Good job by CU, keeping them to the perimeter. Fought there by Parrish. Now the puck loose in the left dot, depending on which way you're looking at it. Trailer up through the middle is Cato. Cato can't find the puck. Still charging hard in front of Geisberg. And the puck back out of the offensive zone. So 13-12 to go, second period. 2-0 UNLV, and would be a pretty big statement against the 8th ranked team in the country. But of course, with these rankings, let's be honest, you haven't seen the majority of these teams play, or I mean, you haven't seen them at all to have a preseason ranking. I think UNLV is pretty happy where they are. I mean, you could definitely look at UNLV and say, well, yeah, they're returning a core bunch of guys that were here last year that probably will be making more of an impact this year, along with some quality junior kids. So, yeah, you can say they're the 12th in the country, but from Colorado's standpoint, I mean, talking to Eric Ballard, their head coach, I mean, he's just trying to figure out what he has, and he's trying to figure out exactly what combinations are going to work. So putting an 8th ranking, a number 8 ranking on them as the puck goes out of play, it's a lot of pressure right off the bat for these kids when they're just still trying to figure things out. But I will guarantee you this. I guarantee you if UNLV, at least 2 or 3 months down the road, if they look at that Colorado team, and I guarantee they'll be different from the one that plays tonight. The same thing happened last year as well. We're hoping to get some quality goaltending out of Cerullo and Payne. They certainly have tonight. And Cerullo did not play so bad last night as well, even though he gave up the 6 goals. 12:24 left, second period. Puck bouncing in front of Geisberg. Nobody there. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty. There's a rebel down on the ice. That was Mayer. And Mayer was kind of sliding on his stomach, resembling one of the penguins of Madagascar. That's funny if you've seen that movie. Nobody's laughing. No, sorry, Steve. So the penalty's going to be on UNLV, on Turcotte. Turcotte's going to the bench for 2 minutes. And this is beyond a doubt. Shot in at Geisberg. He makes the save. Big windup from the point. Is Kinsella. That's the first time we've seen Kinsella do that last night. He did it all night last night. Or it's the first time we've seen him do it today. Puck goes into the corner. Battled there by the Buffs. UNLV trying to get it out of the zone. About 30 seconds gone in the power play. This is a huge power play for Colorado. Down 2-0. As UNLV gets the opportunity and clears it all the way down to Payne. Defensively, UNLV is much better than they were last night. And offensively, they are getting better than they were last night. They came out the first and second periods with their hair on fire. A little bit lethargic tonight, but I think defensively they've been very good. Shot in, does not find its way onto Geisberg, blocked in front as the puck goes all the way down to the Colorado end. So 55 seconds left in the power play. Token pressure there by Mayer. Not token pressure, he's actually heavy forecheck. Now he's joined there by Daniels. So Mayer and Daniels doing a great job of killing some time off in the power play. Back is Mitchell. Mitchell trying to find a trailer, just decides to dump it. There's Patalva back to the point, back to Kinsella. Kinsella usually plays on the left side. And Kinsella standing at the point as UNLV tried to clear it. Kinsella gets the puck back. Here's a 3-on-1 developing. Nobody on the short side. But Colorado could not convert as UNLV finally throws it down ice. And that's going to do it for the penalty. With 7 seconds left, Colorado goes back to regroup. Pressure there by Malone. Hull and Gregory on the wing. Names we did not say a lot last night as Colorado tries to make a move inside. UNLV clogging up the middle and doing a great job of keeping CU to the perimeter. Here's Hull. Hull gets it up to his right winger. And it looks, we're going to see what the call is on that. I don't know if that play was offside or not. Hard to tell from this angle because they don't have a blue line view, but it does appear that it would be offside. So we're halfway through game number 2 of the schedule. It is a heavy home schedule, which is different than last year. And of course, being in the first year of Division I ACHA hockey, then of course you would figure that the road schedule would be a little bit more heavy last year. But because of their success, now UNLV has a heavy home schedule. Here's a one-on-one shot, score! Paxton Malone took a pass, had a step on the nearest Colorado defender, and buries the puck home over the left shoulder of Payne, and UNLV has put their footprint on this game, leading 3-0 with 9:39 to go in the second period. Paxton Malone, one of the new Rebels, did a beautiful job of anticipating, poked the puck loose, and then used his speed to go right down the middle of the ice to beat Payne to make it 3-0. And it's still very early in the game, but it's very important to see how Colorado reacts to that. And right now, they have another opportunity. Lawson had a chance to go in one-on-one as well, just outside the reach of his stick. Chased there by Daniels. UNLV still in the Colorado end. And now CU is finally able to clear it. UNLV is feeling it now. Here's Cepeda. Big hit at center ice. Going down is Cepeda. Cepeda paid. Shot in at Geisbert. Don't think it got to him. Geisbert going post to post and then finally jumps on it. And now we're going to get some fisticuffs because there was a big legal hit at the blue line on Cepeda. Cepeda went down, paid the price for getting a head of steam up into the zone. Not sure if the puck was on his stick, but we'll go over and take a look at it. Keep forgetting I somewhat have a monitor. Yeah, it just looks like the puck was loose in front. I didn't see the hit. I can't rewind this. Yeah, well, do what we can. Face off down in the Buffs end. 8:55 to go, second period. UNLV wins the draw. So wins the draw. They're finally winning a few more draws, which alleviates a lot of pressure, especially in the offensive end, because CU, every time it seems like they get an offensive draw win, they get a shot on net. Up the middle is Jablin. Jablin's been quiet the last 2 games, today and yesterday. As we said, he is the leading scorer leading returning scorer, something like that. You figure out the grammar. He scores a lot, and he played last year. CU controlling it down in their end. There's Kalen. Kalen tried to get it back to the point, and it was deflected before he was able to do that. Kinsella is harassed. Here's a backhander. And Cody Williams got blasted by Adams. And two, completely legal on that because Cody Williams had his back to the goal. He was trying to make a backhand shot, and as he turned around, he got a forearm by Adams. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but he certainly got hit, and he got hit in a blindside manner. But they're not going to call that. That's just hard hockey. That's the way it goes sometimes. Malone will take the draw. Waiting for the draw is Sachs. Puck goes back to Sachs. Gets it on over to Perevasov. Back to Perevasov, over to Sachs. Sachs looking for a lane. Heavy forecheck by Pavea. And apparently they are going to give a penalty. Shot in and a save by Payne. So UNLV is going to go to the power play. And that's on 24. We don't have a 24 on the Buffs roster. I don't know if the penalty was on the hit. Didn't appear to be illegal, but maybe he got the forearm up a little bit. Wasn't able to see that on the replay. Nonetheless, here comes UNLV. 1:14 left. Power play time going. Seems like double time. As UNLV is trying to regroup, and here's a big hit. And now UNLV is going to have a 5-on-3. And now this is going to get chippy a little bit as a big hit on the opposite side. And Sachs is going after Kinsella. Not happy with that hit. And over on the other side is Cameron Fink, and he's down and trying to regroup a little bit. I'm going to go over and see the hit, and it was definitely high, and Kinsella got him high in a bit of a cheap shot. And Fink's coming off the ice, and he looks like he's okay. He's going to stay on the bench, so that's a good sign for sure. He's going to be attended to. But UNLV is definitely going on a 5-on-3. Haven't put it up on the board yet, but UNLV's going on a 5-on-3, and this will be a good time for the Rebels to get a power play goal to really start feeling the power play unit. So we'll see exactly. Nobody's been put up on the scoreboard yet with 7:10 to go, except the original penalty is up there now. And that was a penalty to Adams. And that might have been the penalty that was the penalty that was on Cody Williams. And see what else that they put up. I mean, there has to be a penalty on that. And obviously there will be because referee put his arm up. Yeah, there goes those. Joe Kinsella's going out. They're going to give him 5 minutes. So it's a 5-minute major. Good call there. Kinsella was trying to take a little bit of a, keep saying cheap shot, but there's no other way to describe it. So UNLV is going to have 5 minutes of power play time. They'll have a minute 4 of 5-on-3 time, and UNLV can really put this game out of reach, even with a lot of time left. So the Rebels control. Here's a wrister wide of Payne. UNLV still controls back out to the point. On over to Williams. Puck is loose in front. Colorado gets it and finally backhands it out. Carter gets it out of the zone, but not down in the other end. So still stays at neutral ice. Kozubski to the right. Kozubski now has the puck. Head is up. Back out to the point. Wrister wide. Wide up and net scores! Bryce Woodward gets a power play goal to give UNLV a 4-0 lead. And they're going to have 4 minutes and 23 seconds left of power play time. But with 6:33 left in the second period, a rebound given up by Payne, and right on the doorstep was Bryce Woodward. And Woodward slams it home and perhaps slams the door shut on Colorado. 26 minutes left in the game, but when Colorado hasn't got on the board yet, 4 goals looks like a ton to overcome. But we'll see. Still a lot of time to go. And like we said last night, no quit in the Colorado program ever. I've never seen that. Here's Sachs. Sachs using his speed, trying to make a move in front. Rebound. Nobody can get on it. Puck right on the edge of the goal post and finally wrapped around outside the zone. Cody Williams, captain of UNLV, gets an assist on the play. Here comes UNLV. Plenty of power play time left, and they're offsides. So 6:02 left, and the reason why I talk about this game getting a little out of reach at this point is even if UNLV does not score in this, you're going to take out 4 minutes of the second period, leaving only a couple minutes left, and then, of course, the third period. Colorado would have to have a huge third period to overcome the deficit, and it's not something that can't be done, but when you only have 9 shots on goal through almost 2 periods, it's pretty unlikely. Force just wide of Geisberg. Geisberg just watched the Buffs just get run into the boards. Here comes UNLV back 3-on-2, 3-on-3 if they hurry. And Payne does a good job of just jumping on the puck. Every year I've noticed this more and more about Sachs. Jake Sachs has a tremendous amount of speed out there. I love how he has improved from year to year. And this year it looks like he's going to have a huge year. Always active when he gets out there, always under the skin of the opposing team. Always the guy that you have to worry about offensively. Kozubski wins the draw, back out to the point. Now gets it down low. Lurking low is Woodward. Woodward's trying to feel it, trying to get another one. Shot in on a high post. Williams can't get wood on it. And it was shot down, back down the ice by Kalen. UNLV goes back to regroup. 5:16 left in the second period as the Rebels coming in 3-on-1, now 4-on-2. Back to the point, shot wide, save. Eric Williams wound up and got it on goal. UNLV still in the offensive zone. Here's Woodward. Woodward couldn't find anybody, so he couldn't find a lane to get it to the goal. So he decided to give it off, and Colorado poked it away. So 2:43 to go in the power play, 4:50 to go second period. Try to give that to you as much as you can. Here's Kozubski. Kozubski, 1-on-1. There's a shot and a save by Payne. Good job by Joe Kozubski as he took the feed and it went 1-on-1 on Payne. And Payne made the right pad save as Kozubski was trying to go 5-hole, couldn't quite find it. But another opportunity by the Rebels with 2.5 minutes left of power play time. Face-off down in the Rebel end. Here's Malone. Malone will take the face-off against Lehrman. UNLV wins it back to Sachs. Sachs thought about getting it over to Pereversov, and instead it was deflected wide, and Pereversov had to go back and get the puck. So plenty of power play time, rather, for UNLV, and I think they would like to get something. When you have a 5-on-3, you'd like to get something, maybe multiple goals, considering you had a 5-minute power play. But regardless, they've had tons of opportunity and looked 100 times better than they did last night on the power play. Cross-ice pass by Malone, couldn't find its mark as it skipped off his stick, and Colorado did a good job of poking it back down the ice, forcing UNLV to go back and regroup. 3:49 left in the period, 1:37 left in the power play. Cross-ice pass, shot, score! Paxton Malone buries it again, and UNLV gets their second power play goal and makes it 5-0, a quick little wrister, and it didn't take Malone much time to get it off his stick. As he was driving hard down the middle of the ice, puck finally came to him, and he buried a wrister again, glove side on Payne. And UNLV is taking a commanding 5-0 lead. And keep in mind, Colorado still has to kill off the remainder of this penalty. The penalty doesn't go away just because the goal is scored. So UNLV still has 1:25 left, and they're feeling it as they go in deep again into the Colorado zone. 3:28 to go in the second period as Colorado clears it down the ice. That's Paxton Malone's second of the night. And that's his back-to-back goals, giving UNLV a commanding lead. Cameron Fink gets the assist on the goal. And Marshall gets the assist as well. Puck on down to Geisbrook. 50 seconds to go in the power play. 2:59 to go. Here's a giveaway in front, and Colorado had a chance. Puck still rattled around. I don't think it got to Geisbrook, but back out to the point again is Kalen. Kalen tried to dump it in on net, just wide. And it really have not tested Geisbrook. Geisbrook just made a glove save and just left it off. And UNLV back in transition. 27 seconds to go. 3-on-2 developing, but not smooth enough to get a shot off. And Colorado clears it again. Back down the ice is Cato. Cato trying to make something happen. Down a man. Trying to get a backhander in on Geisbrook. Not able to do that. Cross-ice pass. Here's Malone. Malone looking for number 3. Decides, let's get an assist. And a shot just wide by Pereversoff from Malone. The major is now killed off. 2 minutes to go, second period. UNLV 5-0 over Colorado. And if you're head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener, you have to be very happy with the power play unit, considering he told me 3 days ago they didn't spend a lot of time on it, but nothing like getting better at the power play when you're scoring on it. Here's Turcotte. Turcotte looking for a trailer. Nobody there, so they wrap it back into the corner. There's Sachs back out to the right point. Losing the stick is Eric Williams. Both of these teams have a lot of speed on the wing. And UNLV has had it on display a little bit more. Here's a backhander score! A wraparound by Jake Sachs. And right on cue when we're talking about speed, Jake Sachs finally gets that move that he's tried to do 3 times today. It goes around short side, and Payne was unable to get from post to post quick enough, and Sachs buries it home, and UNLV has a commanding 6-0 lead over Colorado with 1:14 left in the second period. Shots on goal have now been, UNLV has now doubled Colorado, 22-11. And I think you're going to see a lot of names that, you're going to hear a lot of names consistently the rest of the way that perhaps you won't on some nights. Jake Sachs from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, gets the goal. Second player that UNLV has from Montreal. Of course, Angelo Cefalos is also, or Salafos. I've asked how to say the name 3 times. We're going to go with Salafos. I know the T's silent. There's a T in front of it. It's going to be UNLV penalty. Joe Kozubski is going to get called. Didn't see exactly what had happened, but Colorado, now it's time to get a little bit of momentum. And yes, it's 6-0, but you have a 2-minute power play. You have 47.5 seconds left in this period. You go into the locker room, get a game plan together, and try to get on the board and just chip away at this deficit. We saw Colorado last night, after being down, get 2 quick goals, and you know it's. But they got to get it quick, and that's the main thing. And it's only second period, but 6-0 is a huge lead when you've only found a way to get 5.5. And there's beautiful stick work there by Colby Daniels as he pokes it away. And UNLV, despite the fact that they're down a man, is applying some pretty good pressure in the Colorado end as the Buffs are now clearing it as Lawson comes up to give token pressure just to give them something to think about. Pass in the middle. We're going to have another penalty, and it's going to be on UNLV, and Colorado's going to have a 5-on-3 advantage with 10 seconds left. So 10 seconds left in the period, a minute 22 left in the first penalty. And Colorado's going to go on the 5-on-3. And it looks like the penalty's going to Zachary Schlitt. Colorado wins the face-off, back to Kalen. And Kalen gets it back deep into the corner, back to the Kalen at the point. Here's Kalen. Kalen trying to wind up, trying to find a zone, and that's the end of the second period. So, 6 unanswered goals for UNLV in the second period to give the Rebels a 6-0 lead headed into the intermission. But Colorado has a 2-man advantage for the next minute 12, and they're going to try to get something on the board. And we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes. Both goaltenders are chirping at each other. As for some reason Payne was on UNLV's side of the ice, so not sure exactly why he was on their side of the ice, but now he's back over at his side, and there's some looks back and forth, and you would expect that in a 6-0 game. But impressive second period, but Colorado has an opportunity to get back on the board, and if they can get a couple quick goals, maybe that will catapult them back into this game. But as of right now, UNLV, the 12th ranked team in the country, is in complete control from City National Arena. I'm Dana Lane. We'll be back for the third period right after this. Okay, 20 minutes to go back here at City National Arena. Third period just about underway. And the puck is dropped on the third period. UNLV has a commanding 6-0 lead. I'm Dana Lane. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Colorado has a two-man advantage for another minute, so it'd be good for them to get on the board. Here's Javelin. Javelin trying to make a move in front, not finding any success as he gets the puck back to Kinsella. He dumps it on over to Kalen, back to Kinsella, back to Kalen, just playing pitch and catch right now. Beautiful job by Cody Williams to get the puck out of the zone. And 40 seconds to go in that first power play. And Colorado back in. Here's Kayla. Kalen, rather. Over to Lehrman, down deep, back top to Kinsella. Kinsella just has not had much room tonight, being harassed there by Daniels. Daniels doing a good job getting in the passing lane. Puck goes back and forth. Here's the first big shot, and a save, and a deflection just wide, and I think Geisbert got a stick on it. A great save by Geisbert in the first shot by Kinsella from the point. The first time tonight that I've seen him wind up and get that shot off on Geisbert, and Geisbert was right there to make the save. Gave up the rebound, and it was punched back towards Geisbert. It was there to make the save, and he got a stick on it. So Colorado has a two-man advantage with another 8 seconds. Then they'll have a 46-second man advantage as Mitchell takes the face-off, wins the face-off, tries to get it back to Hull, but unfortunately it was wide of Hull's stick. As Colorado has to go back to regroup. First penalty is killed off, and now it's just the penalty to Schlitt. As Colorado, here's Adams. Adams skating around at the top of the point, or at the point. Gets it out to the half wall, now down low. Good stick there by Pereversov. There's Gregory. Gregory to the left point. Slapper just in front. Gregory tried to follow that shot up as Geisbert made the first save, and now UNLV is clear, and they have a 2-on-2, and they kill off both penalties. Here's the Rebels getting down low. Payne had to make a save, or at least was in position to make the save. Don't think the puck actually got to him. It's both teams making changes. 17:48 to go. Third period. Back out to the point. Here's Asaf. Asaf again doing a nice job of keeping it back in. Backhander attempt. Puck loose in front. The Rebels try to jam it home. And they finally do. Okay, I didn't see anybody. It's on the far end of the ice, but the Rebels do score. The puck was loose. Nobody put their sticks up in the air. But UNLV extends their lead to 7-0. It looks like Paxton Malone is going to get the goal, and if that is Malone's goal, I believe that's number 3 today, or at least 2. We're going to check on that, see if he's got the hat trick. I believe that's a hat trick for Malone, because he got 2 quick ones, if memory serves me correct. We don't have stats in front of us, but just going off the top of my head, which usually doesn't work out too well for me. And that's confirmed. Paxton Malone gets a hat trick. First hat trick for UNLV this season, obviously, in his second game. And UNLV extends its lead to 7-0. Sets the tone, and a shot in front, and a collision. And Geisbert goes down. And of course, anytime a goaltender goes down, UNLV is going to jump on the player that forced him down. And honestly, it was just a hard drive to the net. Really wasn't anything malicious, just playing hockey. But you want to always go and protect your goaltender. Geisbert got out of the crease as the net went sailing over to the left of the right-hand side. Down on the ice for Colorado is Mackey, Cole Mackey. Cole Mackey from Anchorage, Alaska, which I have the pleasure of joining or seeing this past summer, because I don't have what it takes to go during the wintertime. And they're still getting untangled. Coming out of the fray now is Kyle Cato. Still down on the ice is Mackey for Colorado. And we're getting this all separated. I mean, honestly, at least if there was, well, obviously there was something because Marshall's going off for UNLV and we'll see what that results in. But, quite honestly, it was just a hard drive to the net. I don't think there was anything malicious as Geisbrecht is now having a conversation with Brendan Hansen for Colorado. So, not sure there was anything malicious, but in defense, I don't think he made a huge effort to hold up either. Geisbrecht went down, and we'll see they're trying to sort this out. And there are going to be some penalties. We've already, looking up on the board now, nobody's there yet. So as soon as Geisbrecht went down, Bozasov apparently loves this song. Strange to me. But as soon as Geisbrecht goes down, then they went over and came to Geisbrecht's aid. But just a tough play in front. But again, from this angle, maybe something had happened that we're not familiar with. And it was a better angle by the referee, so they're still trying to figure it out. And of course, we don't know what happened under the pile. Okay, so the first penalty went up. Cole Mackey is going to get the first penalty, and then there's going to be a 5-minute major on Andrew Marshall. We already saw Marshall from Edmonton go off the ice, so we knew he was getting 5 minutes. And it looks like a game misconduct as well. I suppose you have to call something there, but honestly, I think it was just a hard-nosed hockey play, but I'm sure if I looked at the replay, maybe I would pick something out that indicated something extra. So right now we have 2 penalties up on the board, so that means UNLV and Colorado's going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then Colorado's going to have a 3-minute power play if there is no other penalties up to that point. So face-off just outside of the UNLV end, 17:03 to go, third period. Puck gets in on Geisbrecht, going back to get it is Perevasov. Perevasov is joined by Toronto. Perevasov up the ice. Gets it off to Sachs. Sachs trying to get a backhander in on Payne. And Payne made a stick save. Not sure if there was a hard shot in on Payne or Payne just decided to stick it away. Looked like the latter more than the former. There's another big hit. Perevasov gets a huge hit and a clean hit on Lehrman. And the sticks get up a little bit. Now they're going to call something. So the original hit, there was no penalty on that, I wouldn't think. I mean, this is still hockey, and that's right. So it's going to be high sticking, and the second penalty is going to come on the high stick. And both players had their, Perevasov definitely had his stick up. Lehrman had his stick up. So we're going to see exactly how this all plays out. Okay, so it looks like it's going to, the only penalty is going to Lehrman. So that makes it interesting now. So UNLV will go on the power play as UNLV wins the draw. As they will, now they're skating 4-on-3 for the next minute 8. And Colorado finally clears it out of the zone. So 4-on-3 for the next minute and 8, or next minute rather. Puck gets up to Harrison. Harrison lets it off to Toronto, and check that back to Toronto. Back in the offensive zone for the Rebels. Back out to the point. Gets it off to Toronto. Toronto has it back. Off to the corner, back to Toronto. Toronto Tries to get it down low, unable to do so to Woodward. And a big hit in the corner as Colorado's able to clear it. 24 seconds left in a 4-on-3 advantage for the Rebels. Then we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 56 seconds. And then Colorado will go on a 2+ minute power play. Here's Pereversov for UNLV. He's got Malone on his left. Shot in on Payne. Payne gets down to make the save. UNLV still in control. Colorado desperately trying to get it out. Now the penalty is over, and we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 32 seconds. So after the 30-second mark, Colorado will go on a 2-minute and 21-second power play. So definitely a lot of action here in the third period. Only one goal. And UNLV has a commanding 7-0 lead. And they're sure sending a message to the people who put together the ACHA poll. And we'll see how these two victories factor in on next week's poll. Here comes Colorado up through the middle. Head of steam is Mitchell. Mitchell gets his pocket picked as the puck comes back out of the zone, and Colorado's going to have to go back out and regroup. Elects not to as the soft takes it. Pressure by Mitchell. The soft just decides to dump it back. So 2:16 to go in the power play. As Colorado, all but one penalty has been killed off, and that's the penalty to Marshall. Here's Gregory. Gregory trying to use his speed in front. Tried to get it off to Carter. Carter couldn't get a stick on it. Good stick work by the Rebels. As Colorado had a chance. And now back the other way. Here's a 2-on-1 developing for UNLV. Backhanders. Here's a shot in on Payne. And Payne gets down to make the save. And we're going to have a penalty on that. And it looks like it's going to be on UNLV. And that's on the far side. Let me go over to see if I can see how a 2-on-1 develops into a penalty. And we see the 2-on-1 developing. The backhanded shot. Probably should get the shot off a little bit earlier, but Payne came out to challenge, so I made that a little bit more difficult. So that shot made it a little bit more difficult. And Payne did a good job of coming out and challenging the shooter. So 13:37 to go, third period. We're going to have an additional penalty now. And that penalty is going to be on Turcotte. So Colorado's going on a 2-man advantage with 13:30 to go in the third period. Colorado has a 2-man advantage, and it would do themselves a favor by getting on the board here and at least feeling good about something that's going on here this afternoon. Here's Lehrman. Lehrman had a window for a second, get it in the high slot, and Carter couldn't jump on it and get that puck off. Good stick work by the Rebels, and a great job right there by Colby Daniels. And we haven't talked about Colby Daniels very much this year and last year, but Daniels has been noticeable tonight. And it's fun to see the progression of these kids. I mean, this is my third year doing this, and you know, Colby came in and didn't get mentioned much, but tonight he has made a noticeable impact on a bunch of plays, and mostly on the defensive end. So props to him tonight, and I'm sure when the coaches go back and look at the film or tape or whatever's hip today, they will see that Daniels played a tremendous game defensively. And a puck back out, so the 5-on-3 is going to last for 40 more seconds, 12:42 to go in the game as Colorado goes back to regroup. Cody Williams is taking away the middle. Cody did a good job taking away the middle, but Colorado using their speed in on Geisberg. Geisberg had to make a stick save, gets it off to the corner, and finally blasted out of the zone by Cody Williams. A great job by UNLV, even a 5-on-3. Colorado's having pressure, or having a tough time setting up, because UNLV has taken away the middle of the ice. 10 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Here's Gregory. Gregory's getting fought off by Mara. Mara using his strength, and they're tying the puck up as much as they can. First penalty is over, so 25 seconds left in the man advantage, and then we're going to finally sort things out and get back to 5-on-5. UNLV 7, Colorado nothing. 11:49 to go in the game. I'm not sure if you can see the time on the broadcast, so I'd like to give it to you as much as I can so you know exactly where we are. Here's Kinsella. Kinsella trying to make another move, and just there is nothing in the middle of the ice. As soon as they get to the offensive zone, UNLV is making it extremely difficult for Colorado to get anything of quality as the puck bounces in on Geisbruck. And Geisbruck makes a save and has a couple words with Barvin. UNLV has a 25-15 shot advantage. 7-0 lead, 11:24 to go in the game. The face-off's going to be taken by Malone, and talk about a great game. Malone has made an incredible impact tonight. There's a high shot there by Kalen. It gets the elbow up on Sachs. Kalen, noticeably bigger than Sachs, and decided to give him a little shove high. No call on that. Puck one back to the point. The big slap shot just goes wide of Geisbruck, and UNLV back in transition. Here's Malone. Malone gets it poked away. Shot in on Payne. Payne makes a save, sticks in the air. Sticks are flying everywhere. So puck goes back out of the zone. Back to 5-on-5, 10:52 to go, third period. Chased there by Toronto. And Toronto is just outside the reach, so Colorado regroups and gets the puck and dumps it back in and back at Geisbruck, and we're going to have an icing call. 10:40 to go, third period, 26-16. Shots on goal in favor of UNLV. Taking a look at the ACHA rankings, Division I preseason rankings. Adrian College, number 1, 24 first place votes. And Minot State, number 2, Illinois 3, Lindenwood 4, and Ohio 5. UNLV down at 12, and of course Colorado at 8. Arizona State, next week's opponent, won last night 4-2. It was 3-0, and the game ended up being 3-2, and then Holston scored for him to put this game away late. Here's Colorado has a chance, but once again, a great job of shoving them to the perimeter. No shots in front. And anytime they come down with a head of steam, UNLV is protecting their spot on the ice, not allowing any cross-ice passes in the crease, not allowing any cutbacks into the slot area. And defensively, UNLV is on top of their game tonight. And although it's 7-0, the impressive portion of what they've done is certainly on the defensive end. Rebels bounce it into the Colorado zone, chased there by the Buffs. And for UNLV, I think it's still attack, attack, attack. There's no time to. You have to get ready for a schedule that is as big of a gauntlet as they've ever had. And they're taking on everybody and anybody as they did last season. Yeah, we have offsides. So 9:37 left in the game. UNLV ahead comfortably 7-0. We were talking about Arizona State last night gets their first win of the season, who the Rebels will see next Friday and Saturday here at City National before they go on the road the week after to take on the University of Utah. If you've never been to that facility up to Utah, it's fantastic. You should do yourself a favor and get out there. There's a shot in at Geisbruck, and Geisbruck had to make a save. Strong shot there. And back out to Hall. Hall tries to get it a deep block shot out in front. And that was Woodward doing a great job at deflecting it in. Colorado just can't get the puck to the net. Now back the other way. Here's a 2-on-1 for UNLV. Here's Cody Williams. Williams can't get the pass cross ice and the cross crease pass to connect. They can't get a quality shot off. Good job by Colorado getting back to disrupt that 2-on-1. Back with it is Hetzel. Hetzel with his head up. Another one of the Rebels that has made amazing strides here as the puck goes in on Payne and he decides to freeze it. National Championships or National Tournament, March 21st through the 31st in Frisco, Texas. As Colorado wins the draw, UNLV certainly has their eye on that tournament, but the old cliche, take it one at a time. We'll see where we're at that point. It certainly holds true. Puck loose and front. Puck was loose in a low slot area. Nobody for Mitchell was the closest for Colorado. Couldn't get a stick on it. Now the puck trickling in on Payne. And nobody there to punch it home as both players' sticks were tied up. Good job there by Mayer running Gregory into the boards. Gregory was trying to use some speed. And now we're going to have a penalty, and both teams are not happy with each other. Gregory's going to get his stick up. He's definitely involved. We're going to have a penalty here. If it's on Colorado, it's going to be on Gregory, and we're going to see exactly who it's on, because in these skirmishes like this, it could be anybody. And judging by body language, it's on Colorado, but we'll get the official word. If I was able to read body languages better, I certainly would be better at relationships. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Penalty is going to go on UNLV, on Tristan Mayer. So, as I pointed out, I have no ability to read body language whatsoever. Face off down in the UNLV end. Okay, well, then we're going to have matching penalties. So Gregory is going to go out. So it's going to be Gregory and Mayer, and we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Hey, the important thing is I'm good at my last relationship. I'm sure my wife will concur that it will be my last. Colorado brings it in an offensive zone. Plenty of ice out there. Quick pass in front. Pateva can't get a clean stick on it. And he took the pass in a high slot. He had a little bit of room, but again, UNLV doing a great job of putting up a wall in front of Geisberg. Geisberg's only had to make 17 saves tonight and didn't have to make that many saves last night either. UNLV wins the draw. Finally gets it out, or does get it out. Chase Toronto skating with it into the Buffalo end. 7:28 rather, and remaining in the third period. Skating 4-on-4 for a minute 25. And Colorado may be able to find some soft spots on the ice. It just even getting it over the blue line has been a difficult task. A 2-on-1 shot on Adams. And Adams bounced off nicely. Now he has the puck. Gets it over to his point mate. His shot in front. And Geisberg makes a save. I don't even think he saw it come in. He just got down and got a pad on it. Left pad save. And knocked it to the corner. Colorado once again coming in. But a big shot by Perevsov. Said, you're going to have to come in a little bit quicker. Big hit in front of me. And I'm not tough enough to be part of those things. Cross ice pass on a 2-on-1. UNLV is slapper in front. Didn't get a Cirillo. He's out of position. And finally, I don't think he got a Rebel player on this. And again, I'm looking through a couple panes of glass here, so it was difficult to see who got that shot off. But there was an open. Well, we'll see on the other side. I keep forgetting I have this monitor that does me no good. Okay. Can we zoom in? 6:27 to go, third period. And apparently I'm in my 7-0 mode. 24 seconds ago in the penalties, and we'll go back to 5-on-5 hockey. I'll put some. UNLV goes back the other way, and here's Kozubski. Kozubski looking to the middle. Shot just wide, and Kozubski rather, had an opportunity. Here's a Soft with the puck. Soft gets it down low. Chased there by Williams. C. Williams, as in captain and Cody. Chased there by Sachs. Jake Sachs, always playing a solid game, always doing his job. Here's Fink. Fink has a trailer. He's looking for Malone. Malone's looking for goal number 4. Couldn't quite get it to him. 5:33 to go in the game. Both teams skating 5-on-5. Rebels still have it in their zone. Now poked away. Still in the offensive end, but finally Colorado was able to get it out as Schlitt goes back to play it. Malone and Schlitt. Token pressure there. And Plonsky went down for a second. Haven't mentioned Plonsky much tonight. That was a move by Hansen. Hansen tried to get in front, but again, UNLV doing a great job of playing the man and not playing the puck, and not allowing Colorado to get anything inside. In fact, I don't think they've had one, well, yeah, they have one quality scoring chance in front, but couldn't get a stick on it, even to get to Geisbrook. UNLV controls cross-ice pass on over to Kalen. Check that over to Daniels. And Daniels just dumps it in as both teams make a change. 4:21 to go, 7-0 UNLV. Join us again Friday night, 7:30 against Arizona State. Arizona State's Division I club team will be up here. Huge move by Lawson. Lawson trying to find a lane. Great move by Lawson to avoid the CU defender. Back to get it is Pereversov. 3:54 to go in the game. Puck just out of the reach of Brask. And I will say this, the 7-0 score is great for UNLV. Big slapper and slapper wide as Toronto wound up and tried to get a shot on net, but I think it would have went wide anyway. And Payne goes out to make the save. But the one thing about the victory tonight, aside from 7-0, is everybody got quality playing time tonight. And obviously the deeper you can be, and that's one of the things that, you know, every time you talk to Coach Vigneri Greener, he'll tell you that the depth on this team this year is as good as it's been in his time here, and it shows tonight. I mean, it's the second and third line guys that are basically depth guys, were able to get some quality minutes tonight, and I think that's only going to help them. Obviously, it's only going to help them. Here's Sachs as the season goes on. Colorado just trying to get on the board. Here's Carter. Shot, save. And Geisbrook says, we're going to blow the whistle and do it again. And Carter had a great chance there. I don't know if the angle was great, but Geisbrook did a great job of filling up the goal mouth, so there was nothing to shoot at. He was in tremendous position. And when you're in position at an angle, it's very difficult to get any kind of quality shot past the goaltender, and they obviously couldn't at that point. Mitchell takes the draw, gets it back to Gregory. Gregory gets a shot just wide, and I think Geisbrook got a blocker on it. 29-19. Shots on goal in favor of UNLV. 2:53 to go in the game. Great crowd here today. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining us on the UNLV Rebel Hockey YouTube page. Back to get it is Asaf. Asaf is back there with Williams. Fought there by Kozubski. Here's Asaf. Asaf carrying the puck up through the middle, puts a move on Gregory, and decides to dump it down once he hits the blue line. 2:20 to go in the game. 7-0 UNLV as they're trying to preserve this shutout, and more importantly, the 7-0 is impressive, but the 19 shots allowed is even more impressive. And they're going to be able to build on this, and they're going to have to, because they're going to play the same cast of characters last year that are some of the best teams in the country, including Minot State, who they had 2 classic games with here last year. including giving Minot State their first loss of the season here at City National if we had a whistle blown. 1:48 to go in the game. 7-0 UNLV. Looking down at the UNLV bench, everybody seems to be happy and have positive looks on their face. Jesse Gordachuk, the backup goaltender from right here in Las Vegas, is all smiles. CU fighting to keep it back, keep it in their zone. It's still a big pile up on the zone. Finally able to get it out is Lawson. Lawson dumps it off. Here's Kozubski and a save there by Payne. So 1:19 to go. That's a 30th shot on goal. And UNLV has to be pretty satisfied. But like we said early in the broadcast, I mean, you play Colorado in a couple months, and I guarantee you they're going to have their, we'll go pucks in a row. Because that's a 7-0 joke. They'll have their pucks in a row, and there will be a very difficult team to play in the next couple months. And keep in mind, loose puck in front, UNLV trying to make it 8-0. Just can't get a quality shot back to the point. There's Williams. Williams just dumps it back in as UNLV controls 58 seconds to go in the game. Here's a huge slap shot by Schlitt. I don't think I've ever seen that from Zachary Schlitt from Prince George. Here's Colorado, 2-on-1, back the other way. And a backhander by Cato just rolls off his stick. We're going to have a penalty. Mackey tries to make a strong move, puck just wide of Geisbrook. And we'll have a penalty with 34.1 seconds to go. But just to finish that thought on Colorado, teams get rewarded for playing a great schedule, and for Colorado, if you look at their schedule, you'll be hard-pressed to find another team's schedule that's more difficult than theirs. So even though they lost 2 games here pretty convincingly, at this point it would be by a combined 13-3, they will get credit for coming here to play Las Vegas and the 12th ranked team in the country. So good on them, and they will still be around in a couple months for sure. We're going to have a penalty to Schlitt. Schlitt will go off for 2 minutes with 34 seconds to go, so obviously it's a 34-second penalty, barring something we've never seen in the history of hockey. Here's Lehrman. Lehrman cross-ice pass, tried to get it in a high slot to Jablin. Puck was behind him, so Jablin couldn't get a shot off. 22 seconds to go. Here's Jablin. Jablin looking for a lane, shoots, blocked in front. And again, UNLV giving up nothing in front of Geisbrook. 13 seconds to go in the game. Colorado gets an open net. And unable by Lehrman to punch it home as a deflection. Gave him an open net in front. And Geisbrook gets down. He's close to the post, and now Geisbrook was down and said, "You are not going to get this past me." Tic-tac-toe pass in front, but still could not get the puck in back of Geisbrook, and this game is over as UNLV improves to 2-0 on the season. And then next week, of course, they'll look to make that 3-0 against Arizona State. So next week's schedule, we'll see you here at CNA. Next week's schedule, Friday, 7:30 against Arizona State, and then another 2:30 start on Saturday. And UNLV will look to run the record to 3-0 and then 4-0 on Saturday. Both teams congratulating each other, and like I said, keep an eye on this Colorado team because they're not going away, and they're certainly not going to drop very much in the rankings just because they lost to another team that's considered one of the top teams in the country on the road. So they're certainly not going anywhere, and they're going to make a lot of noise by the time that the end of the season is over. So for everybody here at City National Arena, final score UNLV 7, Colorado nothing. I'm Dana Lane. We'll see you on Friday. Have a great week.